Hello everybody and welcome to a chat from the engineering desk. Today we're going to be taking a look at the traffic light that I discussed in the last video. I've added the push button. Today we're going to be talking about the pedestrian function on a traffic light. So over here is a push button. When I push it, goes yellow, goes red, and then goes green again. That's for the vehicle traffic. Let's see that again. Now at this stage, the aim of this video is to talk about adding a push button and wiring it into the Arduino. And then when that push button is pushed, calling a subroutine which changes these LEDs. So we're polling an input on the Arduino and then executing a subroutine to do this. So let's have a look at what I've done wiring wise. Okay, here's the wiring. It's the same as before, except that connected to ground or 0 volts on the Arduino is our push button, which is the pedestrian button that you push when you want to cross an intersection or road. So let's move on to having a look at the code. That's where it gets interesting. Okay, here's our code. So I've added buttonPin to IO pin 6 on the Arduino. I've added a variable called buttonState and set it to a value of 0 initially. Then we need to make pin 6 an input, and I've told it that I want the internal pull-up high. So what it does is that input, when this button or switch is open, sits at the Arduino's internal supply voltage. What we then also do is we turn the green LED on, because what happens in the main loop is nothing other than looking at the value buttonPin, writing that, saving that value into buttonState. Then over here, if buttonState is low, which means that the button has been pushed, then we call the subroutine. If not, it just loops. It's constantly reading the IO pin and checking what the value was. So that's how you read a digital input on the Arduino. So when it calls that subroutine, it goes down here. So first we turn off the green LED and we turn the red one on, yellow one on. Wait a second, turn the yellow one off, turn the red one on. Wait 5 seconds, turn red one off, turn the green one back on, and then it goes back to waiting for the switch to be pushed. So this only happens if the button gets pushed. For the rest, it keeps itself busy over here waiting for activity. And that's how subroutine works in an Arduino. So over there, stop traffic is our subroutine's name, which is in our task that we execute if we've got a low on the buttonState. And there's the subroutine's name. There's your void, stop traffic. And that's the long and the short of it. So we added a button and we wrote some code to execute if we push the button. light is green for vehicle traffic. You want to cross the road, push the button, traffic is brought to a stop. You can cross the road and then traffic is allowed to flow again. Now one would add lights for the pedestrian as well, which is something for a future project or lesson. I've at this stage left it out because the aim of this talk is adding a button to an Arduino and wiring it in and writing the code to support that activity. This is a beginner's lesson, so we're keeping it simple. So I hope you enjoyed this talk. Hope you learned something from it. Motivates you with your Arduino programming and wiring and projects. Have a wonderful day further. Cheers.